I would like to address the spurious, unfair, and above all else untrue allegations that I have been taking my Patreon money and using it to buy exotic, rare, black market cheeses for my own belly-filling ends. This allegation has wounded me and damaged me professionally, and I would just like to state for the record, it's untrue. What, do you think I've got some sort of black market cheese supplier called Javier Mercadier or something, who operates on a Tuesday under a covered market down by Brandon? Do you think that's what happens? That sounds so ridiculous. Do you know how insane you sound? Besides which, Mercadier is around on a Wednesday, so let's hear no more of any of these allegations and get on with today's episode, please. Let's move on. So it has happened. Konami, continuing its erasure of Hideo Kojima, has removed PT from the PlayStation Network, rendering it unplayable to all except those who kept it downloaded to their PlayStation 4 beforehand. If you had downloaded it and deleted it, womp womp, you can't get it ever again. With this move, Konami has once and for all confirmed to the world that it has absolutely no respect for video games as an art form or as an industry. The erasure of PT is a problem for several reasons. Oh, and we're naturally going to explain why. Because, well, fuck Konami. First of all, PT was more than just a game. Hell, I didn't even like it much as a game personally, but you see, PT was fucking brilliant as the false flag lead-in to the announcement of Silent Hills. The way it drew so many people in, who peeled it away layer by layer and unraveled its unique puzzle, was historic. And of course, a damn many people do consider PT a fantastic horror game in its own right, at least far better than anything Konami's squirted out for Silent Hill in recent years. For its status as an effective horror experience and as a fascinating piece of video game history, PT is important. But in this all-digital world, where companies can pull such games from pretend store shelves out of spite, embarrassment, track covering, or whatever fucking compelled Konami to do it, this important, vital, worthwhile piece of video game history is being scrubbed as best as possible from existence itself. It's one of the horrible risks of the all-digital future that game publishers have dreamed of with slavering tongues and erect dicks for years. They long, lustfully, to have a market they can control with complete dominance, setting their own prices, pulling their own strings, telling customers where, when, and how they can play video games. Given the liberties AAA publishers have proven they'll take when they can get away with it, and the endless proof that, given the chance, market control won't lead to reduced prices or the eradication of pre-order culture, we already know an all-digital future won't help us as customers much. But this PT shit, this shows what happens when a game company arbitrarily decides you don't get to have something anymore. And unlike delisted and out-of-print games of the past, where physical evidence remains and the game can be archived in some way, modern digital-only games are simply fucked when it comes to their preservation. There have been hints of this issue before, especially with licensed games. Most licensed games are cynical, sloppy, rushed-out shite, we all know that. But there's a major problem with a licensed game that's actually good. Licenses run out, they change hands, and lawyers don't always play nice together. It's why Deadpool is no longer available for digital download, because Activision didn't keep the license up with Marvel. It's why there's never been a digitally available console or PC version of the awesome Aliens vs Predator beat-em-up, because Capcom made the game, Fox owns the characters, and Sega has the rights at this moment. We already saw Konami's X-Men and Simpsons arcade games pulled from digital storefronts in 2013 because of this shitty licensing issue, demonstrating how fragile the status of these games are. It's ironic, really. Digital content doesn't age, it's basically perfect for the preservation of video games, and yet it's where games are at their most frail, their least permanent. Games get abandoned by their publishers because publishers don't really give two shits about the archival of historic material. They only view video games as art when it's convenient for them to do so, when it sounds nice, when there's something in it for them. They see them as big quivering udders full of money, with teats ripe for squeezing till no more may they be squoze, at which point the discarded discarded husk is ready to be thrown on the pile. But even if publishers do discard their games, they're not interested in letting anybody else take care of them. They'll sit on their licenses, their precious intellectual property, like Smaug and his treasure, daring anybody to touch even the games they've long since lost interest in as a publisher. I mean, the creator of the awesome Metal Arms glitch in the system wanted to buy back his game property from Sierra to make more of them, and was turned down. That license is now lost in the bowels of Activision, and they'll never touch it again. They'll never use the Metal Arms property. They may as well just give it back to the guy. But they won't, because as little as publishers care about video games, they care a whole fucking lot more about controlling every bloody aspect of them. And more recently, we've had the craven backstabbing fucks at the ESA declare that trying to get abandonware servers running isn't legal, fighting to oppose those who would retain the playability of online video games with dead servers, having the gall to say that if you bought a multiplayer game and its publisher kills those servers, as EA and others have done with many older titles in the past, your experience isn't adversely affected somehow, and anybody who tries to rescue these abandoned games is subject to DMCA takedowns. In a great many instances, publishers have declared that piracy is terrible, that emulators and ROMs hurt their business, all while ending up with games that can only be obtained through these allegedly terrible, hurtful things. Because games aren't respected as art by the very publishers producing them. There's no preservation effort in place, and even worse, those who do preserve out-of-print, abandoned, impossible to purchase games are treated as criminals. They're pirates, thieves, out to hurt the bottom line and damage developers' futures, even if they're trying to resurrect games that aren't cocking sold anymore. Which loops us back to PT. I mean, what's to say Konami's next move isn't to just start issuing takedown strikes to remove PT videos from YouTube and Twitch? That original Twitch moment where that girl solved the final puzzle and revealed Silent Hills to the world. Her reaction was fucking magical, is what it was. Something Konami ought to be proud of.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my god! It is! It's Silent Hill!
But they could wave their DMC dongs around now and scrub that amazing memory from the internet if they tried hard enough. And they're capable of it because Konami doesn't care about video games. I guarantee it'd be illegal for someone to put PT online circumventing Konami's erasure, and Konami would fight it, and it'd be supported in this fight by the ESA, that's gaming's version of the MPAA or R.I.P, because they would demand their right to erase this piece of video game history. They would fight for their right to annihilate important software, and they do, I guess, have that right, but it's not right. Right? As for the game's right to exist, well, fuck that. I mean, it's not art, it's just a product, a mere game, nothing but a toy in the eyes of the industry, and more importantly, it's Konami's toy, and you don't get to play with it anymore. Also, I don't know if you've worked this bit out yet, but fuck Konami. Schadenfreude is an ugly thing, but then I'm not a particularly attractive man, so I just sit back with glee right now and watch as Konami just burns all its bridges and makes a fool of itself. You know, just after the years of them talking about me like I'm the piece of shit for pointing out all of their problems, you know? And then finally, all of the chickens come home to roost, and I know, okay, I know that I'm not the only one doing this. I know there are many people who have been fucked by Konami, sitting back with popcorn, just having a good old laugh. So fuck Konami, and thank God for me, because I have, as always, the last laugh. Ha 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 ha. I instantly regret all of that. Fuck it, we'll let it dry under the lamps.